Welcome to True News from Davos, Switzerland, World Economic Forum 2018. All right, let's talk about what we heard today, because this session, it was titled, Will the Future Be Human? And the speaker was a professor from Jerusalem. His name?
Yuval Harari.
Yuval Harari.
Yes.
Professor of history at the Hebrew University in Jerusalem. He said at the beginning of his presentation that we are on the edge of the end of Homo sapiens.
Right.
Yes, and he's describing not, this maybe a virus is the other things wiping out humanity, but that an algorithm, AI, would come in. The next revolution will wipe us out.
The bio re-engineering of human beings that will actually produce new species of humans.
We are probably one of the last generations of Homo sapiens. Within a century or two, Earth will be dominated by entities that are more different from us than we are different from Neanderthals or from chimpanzees. Because in the coming generations, we will learn how to engineer bodies and brains and minds. These will be the main products of the economy, of the 21st century economy. Not textiles and vehicles and weapons, but bodies and brains and minds. Now, how exactly will the future masters of the planet look like? This will be decided by the people who own the data. Those who control the data control the future not just of humanity, but the future of life itself. In the last 2 centuries, machinery replaced land as the most important asset. And if too many of the machines became concentrated in too few hands, humanity split into classes, into capitalists and proletariats. Now data is replacing machinery as the most important asset. And if too much of the data becomes concentrated in too few hands, humanity will split not into classes. It will split into species, into different species.
All right, is this blowing your mind, what this guy is saying? That we're going to see new species of human beings develop. Now, at one point he said he didn't know how soon this was going to happen, but at another time he said maybe 5 to 10 years from now.
Right.
Yes.
And he said when this happens, everything changes. He said we may be only 5 to 10 years away from this breakthrough in science. And what we're talking about is bioengineering of the human race. They're going to know what's happening inside you.
What you're feeling.
What you're feeling, what you're thinking,
Right.
your heart rate, all of your biorhythms are going to be fed to an AI brain, and they're going to know what every human being is thinking, feeling, planning to do based on their body responses, physical responses in their body. This is astounding. This is Professor Harari talking about the ability to hack the human brain.
Now, what do you need in order to hack a human being? You need 2 things. You need a lot of computing power, and you need a lot of data, especially biometric data. Not data about what I buy or where I go, but data about what is happening inside my body and inside my brain. Until today, nobody had the necessary computing power and the necessary data to hack humanity. Even if the Soviet KGB or the Spanish Inquisition followed you around everywhere, 24 hours a day, watching everything you do, listening to everything you say, still, they didn't have the computing power and the biological knowledge necessary to make sense of what was happening inside your body and brain, and to understand how you feel and what you think and what you want. But this is now changing because of 2 simultaneous revolutions. On the one hand, advances in computer science and especially the rise of machine learning and AI, are giving us the necessary computing power. And at the same time, advances in biology, and especially in brain science, are giving us the necessary understanding, biological understanding. You can really summarize 150 years of biological research since Charles Darwin in 3 words. Organisms are algorithms.
They'll monitor your blood pressure when you see an image, and they'll know what you really think and desire just by the change in the blood pressure.
Yes.
There'll be no way to hide.
No place to hide, nowhere to hide. Watch this video.
You can create algorithms that know me better than I know myself. And humans really don't know themselves very well. This is why algorithms have a real chance of getting to know ourselves better. We don't really know ourselves. To give an example, when I was 21, I finally realized that I was gay after living for several years in denial. And this is not exceptional. A lot of gay men live in denial for many years. They don't know something very important about themselves. Now imagine the situation in 10 or 20 years when an algorithm can tell any teenager exactly where he or she is on the gay-straight spectrum, and even how malleable this position is. The algorithm tracks your eye movements, your blood pressure, your brain activity, and tells you who you are. Now, maybe you personally wouldn't like to make use of such an algorithm. But maybe you find yourself in some boring birthday party of somebody from your class at school, and one of your friends has this wonderful idea that I've just heard about this cool new algorithm that tells you your sexual orientation, and wouldn't it be a lot of fun if everybody just takes turns testing themselves on this algorithm as everybody else is watching and commenting? What would you do? Would you just walk away? And even if you walk away, and even if you keep hiding from your classmates or from yourself, you will not be able to hide from Amazon and Alibaba and the secret police. As you surf the internet, as you watch videos or check your social feed, the algorithms will be monitoring.
Here's the thing. As I sat there today watching him, the professor is a very intelligent, very educated man. He's a Jewish man, an Israeli citizen.
Yes.
Right? So you have this Israeli citizen, Jewish Israeli citizen, who is an atheist.
Yes.
He's so smart, so educated, and yet he's an atheist. And he made a remark. He said, there's no intelligent design. Basically what he said was that we are the intelligent designers. And he said there's no intelligent design like a God in the clouds. I want you to watch. I want you to watch this video from his presentation. And then later, in a press conference, I was able to personally ask him a question about the comment you're going to see right now. Watch this.
For 4 billion years, nothing fundamental changed in the basic rules of the game of life. All of life, for 4 billion years, dinosaurs, amoebas, tomatoes, humans, all of life was subject to the laws of natural selection and to the laws of organic biochemistry. But this is now about to change. Science is replacing evolution by natural selection with evolution by intelligent design. Not the intelligent design of some God above the clouds, but our intelligent design and the intelligent design of our clouds, the IBM cloud, the Microsoft cloud. These are the new driving forces of evolution.
Read it. Now later, the professor had a press conference and True News was there. I got to ask him a question. Watch this.
Rick Wiles, True News, Florida, USA. In the earlier session, you said there's no intelligent design by a God in the clouds. Could you elaborate on those thoughts?
The fourth question was about God in the intelligent design and gods and clouds. So I was just referring to it, that the word intelligent design immediately brings to mind of many people the creationist idea that all life forms are designed by God. And sometimes people tell me, don't use the word intelligent design. But it is intelligent design, what we are about to see in the world. It's just not the intelligent design of the God of the Bible. It's the intelligent designs of human beings and increasingly of algorithms. This is why I referred to the intelligent design of clouds, of the cloud computing. That designing a life form is such a complicated thing to do that in all likelihood, no human being will be able to do it. But our algorithms may be able to do it for us. And increasingly, we'll see in more and more fields this shift in authority from humans to algorithms. So even if we keep as figureheads, the presidents and the CEOs will continue to be human beings because we don't like the idea of being ruled by algorithms. Actually, these presidents and CEOs, they will be choosing between options dictated by algorithms, often without really understanding how they came to these options and what do these options mean. So you'll still have some human being being given the option, okay, we'll do A, B, or C, but the ones really driving the show will be the algorithms that shape the options in the first place.
Mind-boggling. I'm telling you guys, this is why we came here. This was what God wanted us to hear. Everything else that we heard from the politicians, okay, big deal. What we heard here today is revolutionary. And so we're grateful that we're here. This is Rick Wiles on behalf of Edward Zoll and Doc Burkhart from Davos, Switzerland, World Economic Forum. We'll see you tomorrow.